Welcome to CFL Week 7. We're going to see if we can ride that momentum of the second half against Miami, where we outscored them 17-0 en route to a comeback win. With a game here against Jacksonville that's a pretty big one. They got Christian Kirk returning kicks because of course they do. The Jags are currently sitting at what you might refer to as the 8 seed, in that they've got the best record of the AFC teams not in the playoffs. So that means if we miss, they are in theory one of the teams that would have the potential to be the one that goes up and... Wait, did they mess with my depth chart? That's fine. No, that's right. Okay, I don't know why Uche and Phillips switched sides on that, but now I guess we're back to normal. 1st and 10. Antonio Johnson coming into the box, daring them to run the ball, but they're going to find a man on the pass. That's Evan Ingram. 1st down, Jacksonville. So a couple good plays to start off for that offense. We got to lock in here, and they're going to go RPO. Travis Etienne having a nice start to the game. So at 5-1, the worst that could happen is we fall to 5-2, and the Jags could get to 4-3. So we'd still be in the playoffs, but definitely want to work on... There's a Jalen Phillips sack. Want to work on growing that lead. Tyler Batty also in there. BYU hybrid edge IDL guy. So now here's the big 3rd and 11 as we try to keep them off the board here around midfield. Trevor, are they going to go draw play? They are, and Etienne is going to be stopped short. But they're going to go for it. So now the question is, will that be in vain? Did we do enough? Peppers get down. Come on. No! Just barely enough for a 1st down. Not barely enough, but needed about half a yard and got 2. So 1st and 10. The draw play was just killer. I thought I had a good defense set up, and that was the one thing I really did not take into account. So 2nd and 10. There's a Barmore sack at midfield. Now we'll try the same defense. 3rd and 20. There's a Trevor, there's a chance. As I'll let him do that, though it does put him in potential range for this 57-yard field goal. I was worried there was that there was that in route over the middle, and that's exactly why I'm fine giving up the curl. You know, they'll just go out and miss a long field goal, give us good field position. Really, I don't think the field goal attempt from the 47 is much better than throwing an incompletion and punting. So 1st and 10 for May. We're going to start off on the ground with Gibson, who was the better or more productive of the 2 running backs last week. But we got to figure out our pass protection here. They're continuing to really just show us like formations that are really not having the bodies to stop the run. And this time we're going to break one. Gibson. Gibson still going. What a run. Antonio Gibson to the 34. So both of those plays, I felt like that was a defensive look where we should have productive running lanes. Wrong the first time, but right the second. So 1st and 10 might have pimped in, although nope. So Douglas turns the corner. Demario Douglas out at the 11-yard line. And I believe May's first pass of the day is a really good one. Just easy stuff. So 1st and 10. And Trey Palmer hangs on to that one. Should we have another pass touchdown to Ramondre Stevenson? I think we'll actually go inside zone here. Don't love any of these looks. Cut back. There we go. Take a 4-yard gain to set up what should be 3rd and manageable. And hopefully get this first down, or get the touchdown behind Clyde Rich and Layden Robinson and Ethan Pochik. Just a real simple inside handoff. That's enough for the first down, and that's enough for the touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson makes it 7-0 here in New England on prime time. Only score they want to show is that Steelers-Raiders. Baker Mayfield, not a good day. So we'll boot it away to Christian Kirk. Can Kyle Duggar make a tackle? Nope. I don't know why it would only be one game, because we're night, so it's not like... I don't know. Anyway, 1st and 10, this could be an easy formation to run against. They don't want it. They'll instead throw to Ingram. Nice tackle by Bentley, who chops down Evan Ingram following the 7-yard slant route. We'll flip that coverage over. Have the 2 deep safeties to guard the receivers. This is play action. And he throws it straight to Christian Gonzalez, who holds on to the pick for once. Christian Gonzalez brings it back to the 33. He's in a contract year, trying to figure out extensions. We got Gonzo. It's kind of bad. We have Gonzo and Phillips and Uche and Duggar and Peppers and May all up for extension. I think we'll do this. 1st and 10 for May from the 33. Oh boy. Oh, that's bad. I shouldn't have called that hot route with the... I shouldn't have had the tight end block. I was worried about the deep shot. I thought we had man. And as soon as it was zone, I just kind of panicked. Also, Gonzo, or T-Mac was supposed to run a curl, and that's not that. But it wouldn't really have mattered. I was hoping we could kind of get inside this linebacker. Probably should have just tried to run with this or throw it away. So we're in worse field position. This is basically as if Gonzo allowed a catch on that play. 1st and 10, Jaguars at the 36. As I guess their pick was deeper downfield. Even though we had, I think, a better return. Duggar in the box. Tien sprints away from him, but can't get away from Jawan Bentley. I don't know. I think we're doing fine. Obviously, are up 7-0. The defense is still a little suspect. Everybody is just standing around. And I press the button to make him go attack Trevor, and they just do nothing. You can see, like, right there, I do it, and it instead switches me to the safety. And, man. So there's the third down conversion. Like, still very possible for the Jags to go tie this game up and make things interesting. I mean, I sure felt like all Patriots after a stop, a touchdown, and a pick, but actually, let's do it. Well, all right, what do you got? Trevor gonna find Evan Ingram, taking advantage of that new life given to the drive. First and 10. Kyler Gordon with a massive hit, but of course Travis Etienne's going to hang on to that. And yeah, just such a bad pick. Really, really horrible pick. Oh, and then I didn't. Okay. Harrison Phillips makes it okay. Alright. 2nd and 8. Travis Etienne's going to run into Ryan, or no, that Brooks? Jonathan, no, wait. Booker, oh, no, that was the, I thought it was showing Etienne on the ground. I thought it was showing the halfback on the ground, and then I saw it was definitely not a 1 that he was wearing, so I was confused. But no, lineman injured. Travis Etienne was the runner, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to make a good tackle there on the screen. Not a really a kind of a give up there by Trevor, or by no, who even is the Jags head coach? Sure isn't Doug Peterson, right? Press Taylor went to Miami. Just kind of a wimpy call with a chance to tie the game up on 3rd and goal. So May had been maintaining a pretty nice 8-4 touchdown to Int with, oof, you can't miss that, dude. Can't miss that. So that's not a good sequence after, I mean, a really nice, I think it was 2 for 2 on the opening drive, or 1 for 1, one of the two. Let's just get him at least back with the completion percentage there. Though Mayfield, I want to say Jalen Mayfield, well, that could be totally made up. 3rd and 9. Love it if we could get Palmer between or around these linebackers, but I don't think we can, so we're going to go T-Mac grinding 4th and inches. Okay. Oh, give me roughing the, or give me, that's at least running into. There's no way that's not running into. And that's enough for a 1st down. He didn't make contact with the ball, and he clearly hits him. I thought this was going to be a block, just between the hands. So that's like the definition of, well, I can never remember which is roughing or which is running into, but on 4th and inches, it doesn't matter. Either, well, it matters in terms of the yardage, but 5 or 15, either way, it's enough for a 1st down. So, I mean, that's clear contact. He's not blocked into him. He didn't touch the ball. Like, that's the definition of one of those penalties. So, should be our ball around midfield. Second and 17 now. Good concept. Okay. See ya. 3rd and 7. I guess you kind of gotta. Sure. All right. 3rd and 7. What do you got, Trevor? Back to pass. Got it over me. Sneaky. Kind of like the Dolphins game where it just feels like you're... Oh boy, that's bad! Oh man, touchdown Jags and they're in the lead. That was not what I was expecting to be open because I completely abandoned my coverage assignment. I fell for the play action bad, so I was totally expecting them to have a pass wide open in my zone. Instead, they go at somebody else. They go at the post safety who, I don't know what he was doing. That would be, let's see, I think I was using Duggar, so Peppers. Just pretty egregious missed assignment, but, I mean, that drive isn't even happening if they call the punt correctly. Okay. I mean, I don't know. They're coming. I'd love to have like pimped and protect or something, but Gibson, nobody on Antonio Gibson. Safety trying to hit him all the way across the field. Was tempted to get the try that post route to T-Mac, but as soon as I saw there was like one guy who maybe could have covered Gibson, and as soon as I saw him blitz, I was like, well, that's got to be wide open. And the yards after catch, pretty much as good as the yards you would have got if you were able to complete the post, which is obviously no guarantee with the blitz. 2nd and 10 now. Ah! And now we're going to be suddenly losing with Jags ball. Probably. Third and 13. Trying to keep this drive alive. Here's May. Back to pass. Oh, what a play! What a throw to Tito, and we're going for this. Fourth and inches. Come on. You go over here. Boom. Obviously, we had the chance to do that on the last one, but I think it's a little bit too risky or maybe just too implausible to go for it. And it's so deep in your own territory. That was at like the 40. This one, well, also at the 40, but the other one. So probably last play before the 2-minute warning. Well, not necessarily. I guess we'll take a look. We'll see what we got here from the 37. Do I like it? What if I put Gibson on this curl? Oh, never mind. I was thinking if Gibson's on that curl, like the linebacker's probably got to stay down to cover him. And then who's going to cover the Tito and McMillan over route? What is this coverage? I don't know. But I don't really see anybody who can obviously cover Antonio Gibson, so. Or that. I had a couple things pretty open. Gibson in the flat. Pretty easy. Actually shouldn't have been trying to get out. Should have tried to stay in bounds there. Because we're going to have plenty of time. Titaroa, I would have appreciated if you could have, like, pretended to try to make that block. Third and 3. If we get it, we're able to run down the clock and not give Trevor a lot of time and potentially take the lead. If not, tie game, Trevor's ball. No! No! Come on! You're kidding me! Nobody's there to guard Ramondre Stevenson, and he runs into the D lineman? We've talked about the O-line screwing me over. Now it's the blitzing, or no, the corner. This pass interference? I guess it's before the ball's thrown. And I guess probably, I mean, incidental. Man, I mean, we're having like the worst luck. Come on. I mean, if we hit that, it's probably 14-10 at the half. They got nobody in the flat to make that tackle. I mean, there's a linebacker who's going to be chasing him, but he just doesn't have the leverage to get over there. I mean, it's going to be a first down in the red zone. And worst case scenario, we run down the clock, tie the game. Better scenario, obviously, you get the touchdown. Either way, not going to be a ton of time for Trevor. Instead, just like the luckiest of lucky breaks to just happen to have that collision. Totally random, incidental collision. Bails out the Jags defense on a massive third down. Though, it could admittedly end up working out if we get the stop here and then score. 3rd and 2. Big play. What do you got, Trevor? Throwaway. Let's go. So now we're going to have a shot to put up the points, take the lead that we would have had anyway. We got a stop that we shouldn't have needed to work for, really. But, you know, it's fine. 43 seconds. I feel like if Pimpton ran like a post. Like there's kind of just that vacancy in the middle. Gibson's going to protect, though. That's actually really good coverage. Not a ton of time left. Yeah. Probably half over. Just kind of seeing if you could set up a Hail Mary, and now you can't even really do that. Because technically they're going to get a... Oh my heavens. Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson almost broke that. Oh wait. Yeah, that's fine. So Matariza boots it out of bounds. A short kick to make sure that we're in position to make that tackle if he does catch it, or really I was kind of just expecting that to go out. Didn't get quite enough air under it. Probably still kind of worried about, I know Trevor's put up a ton of passing yards. Maybe I should have defended deep medium pass or something, but still kind of worried about that running game we saw. Hate how there's off-screen defenders. All right, now a chance to take the lead. I mean, they're coming. This is, I think, what I want here. Just pretty much putting everything on Titaroa. Those guys come, we hit the slant. Would it have been more fun to throw a post to Titaroa? Maybe. But would it have been complete? Also maybe. Would the slant have been complete? Almost certainly. So that's the logic. 1st and 10. I wasn't sure if there was motion there or not. Douglas with the catch over the middle. Drake May's line here. I just got to keep an eye on this. 109, not a ton. Kind of. I feel like we just kind of haven't been able to sustain possessions. Obviously, they did get an extra possession. Oh, probably could have thrown that. Oh, well. That's fine. 2nd and 6. We can live out a 2nd and 6. 4 yards of play is plenty to get first downs as long as you can do it consistently. From the 48. Oh, it's another like just wide open running alley, and somebody just decides not to make a block. Pratt's the only guy who can make this tackle, and Cooper just runs right past him. Like, if Cooper just makes this block, like, even half a block, just a little chip, like, we're going to be getting out there. We're going to outrun, I can't think of the 91 guy. What's his name? What's his face? Whatever. Anyway, 3rd and 5. Big play here. Gibson's got first. Jalen Mayfield, I called him before, is apparently not right. It's D Mayfield. Screw it. We're in Pimpton. Pretty easy stuff. Another spot, yeah, where I was thinking about Titaro on that post. I don't have the guts. I don't have the guts to throw it. One of these days we're throwing the post to get 0. 2nd and 1. Little screen to Gibson. A little whoop. Gets us the first. Just kind of living out of shotgun today. First and 10. Once again, Clyde Rich just like doesn't really run his route. Like he's supposed to just run to the flat is like immediately, and instead he like fakes like he's gonna block on the left, and then he kind of dances around and goes right, and then he runs into the offensive lineman. All while Drake May is just dying back there. Okay, so we're probably thinking it's definitely manageable. Where's the good like formation for this? I like to run. Is it this one? Yeah. I think this is the play that should have got us the game-winning first down against the Dolphins. And it was just an egregious missed throw / no attempt to dive for the catch, where there was no pressure and nobody within like 10 yards of Demario Douglas. Once again, open guy. This time, less difficulty. I think I'm gonna have pop. There we go. I don't know how he ended up taking a hit there. He was way ahead of the defender. Guess he slowed down a bit for the ball. But the opening drive of the second half is nonetheless a Patriots touchdown to take a 17-10 lead. So just got to be careful about those crazy cover 3 blitzes. where we just don't have anybody defending the post, even though there should be somebody, but I think it was, I suppose it was because we're kind of in a, I don't really care. Okay. CB Nixon's always hurt. I think, what in the world? What if you just do, whatever, fine. I'm going to user you. Oh, great play, Josh Uche. Kyler. No, what's a tough assignment, but there we go. Jawan Bentley. Good open field tackle. Trevor's been at 165 pass yards for a while. Probably changes here. Let's go 6. And let's not press. But we will... We'll drop everybody here. Alex Austin comes in time to make that. Force a slide. See, not a lot. Now with the lead. Try to be a little bit more power run oriented, but Achikampong not really giving us anything. First down. Let's go same formation, flip it, see if we can hit pimped it between the safeties. Wouldn't that be fun to hit a little post shot of our own? Not quite what I was hoping for, but I was also, did a possession catch there. I was hoping he could kind of just roll up as he was doing it to not take that hit, but he decides he wants to be a tough guy and get laid out, so to each their own, I guess. We have the option to not snap it after this play. Or if it was tackled in bounds. Braden Smith hurt. That's not ideal. And he goes to the tunnel. That's worse. And CV Nixon's back in, it looks like. So, okay. 2nd and 10. They got a blitz coming, maybe? Big sack there from Josh Hines Allen. All right, let's just throw one up. I'm thinking 2 tight ends. I'm thinking maybe just this. But I want Clyde Rich here. This is going to be Coop. This is going to be whatever. And we don't have to snap it. This is going to be Mitchell Evans. Okay, now I got to find that formation. So this one here, this is going to be Baker. So Rich is going to be protecting, and Mitchell Evans is going to be protecting. And Titaroa and Palmer are going deep. No, I snapped that, and you know it. Come on, EA. I actually like that look too. I snapped that, and you know, I mean, I'll grant, I tried to make that kind of last audible that I guess I didn't have time for, but like, man. They're all over it. Lucky they dropped the pick. And they're not going to get a chance to return this one. Good punt out at the 11. So a big stand by the Jags defense with a little help from the delay. I think we would have had a shot on that initial look. Oh, this could be kind of bad. And of course, they're gonna not get flagged for the delay. First and 10. Chance to tie this one up here for Trevor and crew. Shotgun with Travis Etienne, motioning Evan Ingram. Handoff, it looks like Antonio Johnson's there, Gonzo's there. 3-yard gain. Good contain. Sets up second down and 7 yards to go. More motion with Tyreek. I don't know. Is Tyreek just washed? Like, I feel like he hasn't. I know he's the punt returner, because of course he is, but like, he really hasn't done much. I barely even like called his name on offense. I've seen him before the snap. Naturally. Okay, I kind of had that one coming. I'll concede. First and 10. Okay, yeah, that's maybe a one I get. Really had to do 2 to me? Okay. That's not an offsides. There we go. So maybe some lessons learned about trying to run with Tyreek and man. That's not exactly what you're hoping for, though. Johnson. So we're having some problems in man. Let's maybe quit with that. First and 10. More motion. Barely get it off. Trevor finds Travis to the 5. Jag's going to be in position to tie this one up. First and goal. 5 yards away from a tie game. What have you got, Trevor? Straight to Gordon! No! Wait, okay. So that's... I mean, how do you not pick that? Once again, 2 games in a row we've had a play with double dropped interceptions. If Tyreek would have caught that, it was illegal touching because he'd gone out of bounds. So it wasn't even if he'd hung on rather than dropping it, didn't matter. Okay, big tackle. I feel like there's one more scoring drive left in the game after this one. Like, if somebody, come on, who wanted that sack? I'm not going back to man just yet. Here we go. Kyler Gordon! And that might be your dagger! Tyreek's gonna chase him down. Okay, not quite the pick 6 game ender I was hoping for. Trevor slowed him down and Tyreek caught up to him. What a goal line stand, though. What a massive goal line stand. Trevor with 2 picks today. Yeah, that one's, I mean, I get it. It's 4th down. You're kind of thinking touchdown or game over. Oh, Mario Douglas got annihilated on that one by Trey Mayfield or whoever that guy is. And they're just, they know we want to throw. They know we want to throw. Just haven't been able to get the run game going. Probably going to be harder now without Braden Smith. Jags' old division foe. 3rd and 2. Plenty of time for Jacksonville if they get the stop here. Handoff. They're not going to get that stop, though. It's Ramondre Stevenson into their territory. First and 10. Inside of 4 minutes to go. In the pistol. Stretch run. They've got it pretty well contained. Stevenson, good fight. Great fight. 6-yard gain. Pretty much all of it after contact. Just running that corner into the ground. We're going to keep trying to ride this one out with Stevenson. 2nd and 4. Love like a 3-yard carry to set up maybe a QB sneak conversion. Okay. Going to be 3rd and a long one. Giving it to Clyde Rich. Trying to ice this one out. He's got the first. To the 40, and now you've also got to think about could potentially win this game with about 5 yards to just get into field goal range. They're coming into the box. Now they're backing off. I'm not quite sure why, but they're going to do fine. Loss of 1. So if you just run it 3 times here, they're going to be out of timeouts, and they're going to have to go the length of the field if we punt. Which I kind of like those odds. Like, honestly, like, if we don't get anything here, I'm not, like, desperate to go try a field goal and try to win this game. Like, I know just want something, like, yeah. Kind of just looking for halfback in the flat. Oh, wait, this is the wrong. This is the one where I put in. Okay, we got to call timeout. Huge 3rd down. But, yeah, I kind of like... Maybe we'll just go counter. No, they're kind of there. We're going to go draw. We're going to go draw. If we get, like... I feel like 6 yards, 5 yards, I'm not sure. 6 yards, I'll kick. Anything less, and we'll just punt and play defense. Oh, what did I say? 5 yards, I'm not sure. Okay, great. Mayfield's hurt. It's been a good corner for them. Let's take a look at how this wind is. If it's bad, we can call timeout and punt. 51 to win it. Like, I like those odds. Oh, yeah, it's 1 mile an hour wind, so not a huge deal, but it is at our back. I'm feeling pretty good. Kick up, and it's in off the crossbar. Doink! Off the crossbar, off the camera, and out. But I think the camera counts as within the posts. Is this a mate? Guys? Oh yeah, it's in. It's in. It doesn't collide with the camera. It's almost like it has a backspin here. That's in. That's absolutely over. I don't know what exactly the rules on that are. Probably Madden's physics here is that the camera bounding box is bigger than the actual animation part of the camera is the reason why it got knocked out. But they call it good. Definitely would have been good if it had been a little to the left or right and not hit the crossbar, or not hit the center. And that's a catch and out, and we got an injury. A Kyler, or no, that's one. Bentley's getting up there in age, man. At some point it's going to be time for him to just kind of ride off into the sunset, I think. That's not going to get out. I'll let Paul Montgomery go a little pass rush here. That's, I guess, out. I don't know how we're allowing that stuff, though. Come on, guys. Guys, you have one job. Like, Antonio Johnson, you get way effing over here, because I don't know how else to tell you. Paul Montgomery drops his first career interception. I'm going to send a ton after him. I don't really care about the yardage. Oh, shoot. That's... Ooh. Okay. Okay. Get a little breather for the defense. All right, here's Trevor. Back to pass. Over everybody's head. Be a really exciting time in the game. If the field goal had been missed. So 4th and 10. What do you got? Duggar knocks it away. And that'll do it. Trevor could have had 3 picks. Patriots are 6-1. May's yards are starting to go down. This one just felt like, I mean, he didn't get a lot of attempts. T-Mac only 55. That's not what I like to see. It's fine, though. We got the win. Playoff positioning is looking very good now. So the Jags are maybe not quite our biggest threat. I think there's somebody that's 2 and... The Chargers are 2 and 3. The Jags are 3 and 4. We've got tiebreakers over both of them. You might actually say our biggest threat is probably the 2 and 4 Ravens, even though their record isn't good. Lamar's out, and he's coming back in a few weeks. So maybe he could, you know, put them on a run to get to like 10 and 7 or something. And we don't necessarily have a tiebreaker over Baltimore. So there's a hypothetical worry, but I mean, at 6 and 1, you're feeling great. You control your own destiny in terms of everything. You could beat Buffalo twice and you're the #1 seed. And win your other games, obviously. But good place to be. Really good place to be in the standings. Though, for now, we're still a wild card because Buffalo is 6-0. They just won't lose. So we'll see how that ends up.